And my husband at that time had a baby on me. Your parents is a big part of your success.
That's a
but
fact.
everybody don't have parents that's a part of their success. But because we have social media, we got events, we can go meet whoever we want. So I created that blueprint for Black people to have a framework to make $1 million in the spa industry.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah, so I own the largest Black spa community in the world. Everybody in my community, they do something in spa, beauty, health, or wellness. And so the membership is absolutely free. It's no charge. Why are you gonna follow somebody and never connect with them? That's dumb. That's dumb. And they ain't young. They old.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact. I feel like the worst thing people do is don't follow up when they go to events. And I'm like, yo, you done got dressed.
I lost $1 million too. I don't know if you know that. I lost $1.2 million. And now I'm noticing that my biggest losses, it falls off somewhere and we don't pick it back up. And then we'll start allowing people to treat us any kind of way. And I was just at an event and one of the speakers said, people can only love you as much as you love yourself.
All right, what's good, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Young and Dumb Show. I'm your host, Duah. You already know what we do on the Young and Dumb Show. I bring to you the greatest people on earth when it comes to entrepreneurship, financial literacy, making a bag, getting to it, mental health, everything we need to know. And today I am sitting with the one and only six-figure spot chick.
What's up?
So, all the way from Atlanta. You born and raised in Atlanta?
Memphis, Tennessee.
Memphis, Tennessee. I was in Tennessee not too long ago. I was in this weird, like, back of Tennessee type of.
Doing what?
I think it was called like Weeks. I don't know what it was called. Somethingville. It was like an hour away from the airport.
Nashville.
No, it was like an hour away from Memphis airport. And it was like a they had me speak out there, and I'm like, yo, this is deep. I don't know. I knew I was deep because they didn't even have good hotels.
Wow.
Like they hotels.
It was small.
It was like a
small.
Like probably like 100 people in that community.
Oh wow.
But yeah, all right. So Memphis, Tennessee. So what's the story? Right? Explain to people what you do. How did you go from Memphis, Tennessee to six-figure spa chick helping people make millions of dollars in their business? Like, how did we get there?
So I actually opened up my spa in Memphis, and with my services, I hit my first 6 figures. And my husband at that time had a baby on me. And Memphis is small, so the who's who know everybody. And I was like, I just got to get out of here. And I left Memphis and I went to a conference in Atlanta. And I was like, I just need to be in Atlanta. And so 6 months later, I moved to Atlanta. And I still wasn't six-figure spot chick yet. I didn't become six-figure spot chick until maybe months later, or even 2016.
Okay, so look, the way this podcast works, I know I got these little fake questions here, but it's very unscripted because I'm a raw energy person. So I want to ask you the question of mentally, right? You said that your husband cheated on you, had a baby with you, on you, right? How did you get out of that mentally to say, like, I'm going to leave and I'm going to start a new life and become this new person? Because I feel like for a lot of women, sometimes they sit in whatever it is that they're going through. So speak to that.
So actually, when we 6 years apart. So I'm 6 years older than him. So that was first thing first. But when we got married, and I don't want to bash him, but he wasn't what I needed him to be. And I could have not been what he needed me to be because I was building my business and I was in my business all day, every day. So he had all the time in the world to cheat on me. And so him having the baby, that didn't even break me. What broke me is when I moved to Atlanta and I got 3 baby daddies. And not a one of them would do anything to help me and my kids.
Wow.
And that's what really just broke me and made me like just boss up. And because I said, if I don't figure this out in Atlanta, I got to go back to Memphis. And I'm like, I can't go back to Memphis. And I created this group. It was called 90 Days to Kick Ass. And I was like, I got 90 days to make something work, or I got to go back home.
Wow.
And I just gave it every single thing I got in 90 days.
Wow, that's dope. You see, everybody need to have that mindset. Because I got some friends, they just sit. I'm like, bro, wake up, lock in. You know what I'm saying? You got 90 days.
Yeah, 90 days.
You got to get it. You got to get it. All right, but we're going to start off. That was a good start. But I want to start off with Broker Brilliant. I'm trying something new now.
Okay.
Right? I want to start off with Broker Brilliant and see where you are with your financial skills.
Okay.
Right? And then we're going to lead that. We're going to lead that with the story, all right?
Okay.
So, Broker, did you play it at the game night?
We played it at the retreat, but I didn't play it. The ladies who were there played it. I was asleep.
Oh, you were sleeping? Okay,
but they played it.
Oh, okay.
I was like, here goes some games.
All right. So look. So Broker Brilliant. So Broker Brilliant is a financial literacy drinking game, right? The way that you play, we have take a shot cards, right? So we're not drinking on this one, but
yes, I'm not drinking, everybody.
We got little shot glasses, but we got take a shot cards. So it's like take a shot if you don't own stocks, right? Like you take a shot for that. But then we got the Q&A cards. So we about to get you real quick. We about to see.
Just to do a disclaimer, y'all. I have an accountant who I pay very well.
All right. So the Q&A cards, right? The way it works is financial questions on here. If you get it correct, you get a currency card. If you get it incorrect,
gotta take a shot.
You gotta take a shot, but we're
gonna take water.
Yeah, we do water. But I do have a black-owned alcohol here. It's called Concrete Thoughts. This is a premium Manhattan cocktail, y'all. So I'm not getting paid for this. I'm just shouting him out because he was a good brother, so I supported him.
He look good too.
And it's cool. So check that out. But let's get to it. Okay. All right. So let me get a good one for you.
No, just give me like a regular one.
A regular one? All right. Let's see.
One you think I should know.
Okay.
And then I might don't know. You be like, you make millions of dollars. You don't know that?
I think you should know this. So, okay. Because I think when you have a business, you make money, you should invest into other things, right? Mm-hmm. So let's see. Mm-hmm. What's the difference between a bear market and a bullish market?
I don't have a clue. And mind you, I have stocks, but I don't even know none of the terminology.
Do you want to take a guess?
No, I don't know the answer.
Take a guess. A bear. Think about
BARE.
Yes, a bear, like the animal. A bear market and a bull market.
BEAR.
No,
like the animal.
Yeah, the animal. BEAR. Oh, yes, you said.
I said BA like bear.
Bear, not
like bare minimum.
No, not bare minimum. BEAR. Oh. Bear, like the animal.
I don't have a. What am I comparing it to?
A bull.
Oh, a bear and a bull. But that's two powerful animals. So I don't know. Tell me.
All right, so a bear market is when stocks are going down. So that's when you see
BEAR.
Red. Yes.
Like right now.
Yes, when you see red, right? Like that represents 20% down in the stock market. And then a bull market is when stocks are going up. So that's when you see the bull, right? Because a bull has horns, so charge going up.
Actually, marketing.
All right, marketing. Let's see. Let's see if I got some.
And stock is definitely, they have been red. So.
Okay.
I just sold some stuff.
All right. Let me see. You said marketing. I don't got no marketing.
No, I'm just being.
I don't got no marketing sarcastic. No, but
I know every marketing thing she'll ask me, y'all.
Okay.
I just stay in my lane.
No, as you should, and then you hire people.
But I need to know that too, though.
Yeah. All right. So let me see. We gonna do.
See, nobody never taught me that. I'm learning.
But that's why you come on.
And I'm an OG.
You come on a Young and Dumb show. You know what I'm saying? You learn.
Who's supposed to be young and dumb?
Huh?
Who's supposed to be the young and dumb?
So young.
The guest or the audience or both?
It's more so of a figurative language. You know what I'm saying? Like young and dumb. I think a lot of times when you're young, you make decisions and you learn from them, right? So it's more, it was like a little attractive name of like young and dumb, and then draw the people in, because like young and dumb, what's that about? Like if I saw a book that said young and dumb, I'm gonna open it, like what's that about? But then you learn a wealth of knowledge, right? Because
people so smart, they dumb.
People like you. Yeah, that's true. Like, because you're super smart in what you know.
And then you be dumb in other stuff.
Exactly.
I'm trying to pull up my stock account.
You said you about to.
I was trying to pull it up.
Your stock account? What you got? What stocks you got?
I got a lot. See that red? Look.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No, I just had more. I just pulled a lot out, though. I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to show it to you what I just pulled out. But I still got all these left. You see how all on red, too, though?
Meta. All right. Apple. Google. Delta.
Starbucks. Uber.
Delta. You know, the airline scaring me these days, you know?
Coca-Cola.
I don't know this one.
These I had these. You know Mattel? You know
Mattel, yeah, Mattel.
Mattel be crazy during Christmas.
Mattel, they got like Barbie and all that stuff like that, yeah.
And I had
Starbucks.
I had a lot more.
No, that's good.
I just sold a whole bunch of them. I'm gonna show it to you later, though.
All right, good portfolio. Good portfolio. No, yeah, I got you. I got a little joint. But
I said, let me go look.
It
don't say nothing about Bird and Bull on there nowhere, everybody. Just to let y'all know.
Yes, it
not
does.
On here. I just showed it to you.
If you look up stock, that is like, if you go to Wall Street right now, that's a thing in New York.
I ain't know why. Man, I live in Atlanta. I'm from Memphis.
You're right. All right, let's get to it. But yeah, this is Broke or Brilliant.
Took a little stock like class. They said, go here, do this, buy this. That's what I did.
So it tests your financial knowledge, right? Played on like little date night, some whatever. Cool.
That's date night.
Yep, date night. You know what I'm saying? If you need to get to know your partner, you better test them, and then you have a little drink. You know what I'm saying? A little thing or two. All right, but yeah, let's get to it, right? So originally from Memphis, opened up a spa. What were the services that you were offering at your spa?
When I first opened, I was only doing massages.
Okay.
Well, when I first opened, I was doing spa parties for kids. And then all of the parents wanted services. And I was like, forget these kids. I'm going to go over here to these parents. I make more money. And then that's how I got into like the grown-ups.
So who introduced you to the aesthetic? What is it called? Aesthetics?
Aesthetics world?
Yeah, aesthetics world.
Nobody.
Oh.
I was a waitress for 13 years. I did a lot of different other things. And my waitress job, the man who I married, in my waitress job, I know to date a cook, so you can get whatever you want for your customers. Date a cook if you're working at a restaurant. Date the cook or the bartender if y'all got a bar. You're gonna how you make that money. And so my waitress job, they couldn't fire me. They could never find me doing anything. But I did whatever I wanted to do, and I made a lot of tips. And so they wanted to fire me, but they couldn't. Because they couldn't catch me doing anything. So they basically took me out of my section where I made all the money and put me in the worst section of the restaurant.
Wow.
And I was like, I either gotta get a new job or get a new skill. And I was like, I don't want to get a new job because I got to start off at the bottom. I got to be the new person. It's just too much. And so I was like, I'm going to go back to school. I had already did medical assistant. I had got an associate in business and an associate in science. But school just never was my thing. Mind you, I was always smart. And then I went to the school and I was going to do nursing. So when I took the test, she said, you qualify for any program we have, but nursing going to take 2 years. I'm used to being a waitress making money every day, and I'm like, ooh, 2 years, I'm already broke.
Yeah.
Because I've been out my section for a minute, and back then, it was like survival mode, not knowing, not even, I don't want to say I didn't make enough money to save, but it wasn't a priority. Like now, I know every week save something. I don't care what comes out. And so she told me about the massage program, and that I had never even had a massage before. And mind you, this was 15 years ago. And that's how I got into the massage world.
Good. I like that. So then you start doing massages. You have your own practice, or you working in somebody's space? Like
Nope. So when I first started out, so as soon as I went to the school, I started working for free. It's against the law to charge for massages without a license.
Everywhere? Or in Memphis?
Everywhere, people. It is against the law to do services without a license and charge people for them. You will go to jail.
Oh, wow.
Everywhere.
I can see why that makes sense, though.
Everywhere. Yeah. So I started working for free while I was in school to build my name up while I was in the school. So for a year straight, I worked for free for everybody, like baby showers, pop-up shops, boutique grand openings, anything. Like I went with my table, my chair, and I worked for free for the whole year. So by the time I got my license, everybody in the city, and massage wasn't a big thing back then. And so if I'm the only person talking about it, people want to come to my spot. And so that's how I built my business, working a year for free while I was in school.
Now, I like that. You know, I was just talking to a group of students the other day, and I was telling them, I was like, yo, sometimes age may play a factor, right? Because, like, you can't invest until you're 18 unless your parents do it for you. And sometimes your parents won't. But that doesn't mean you can't get the information. Right. Or you can't do the work until you get that certificate or the credential or whatever you need to actually do what it is. So I like that you said that. And I think a lot of times when we're younger, right, because the audience of this podcast is a young generation, we allow like just things that we put in our head to stop us. You get what I'm saying? So how old were you when you were in that process? Not to tell your age.
So, no, I'm an OG, y'all. I'm 43 years old.
Which is not even old.
And this was 15 years ago.
Okay,
so like, I had to be like 30-some or young. Yeah.
So like, right, late 20s.
But I know I was going to hit 30.
Okay.
I remember because I was like, this job's trying to find me anyway. I'm about to be 30. What I want to do with my life. I'm constantly starting stuff, quitting it. So,
got it. So
because school was like 2 years. Because I failed my test the first time.
So you had to do everything all over again?
No, I had did a whole year. So then I had to go study for like another 6 months straight to go take the test again. Because me passing the test, my whole life depended on it. And so I went to take the test, I failed by 5 points.
Wow, okay. So now talk about the process, right? So now you moved to Atlanta. Do you open up a spa in Atlanta? When did you open up a spa? Like the process of you becoming six-figure spa chick.
So I moved to Atlanta. So I came to an event and people were there. I really wasn't on social media, by the way, either. But it's like when I got on social media, it opened me up to a whole nother world. Like Facebook is Facebook. But Instagram, like, changed the game for me. Like, I got to meet everybody, see everybody. And I was like, I want that life. I want those things. So when I got to Atlanta, everybody was just right there. Like people you looking at on social, they're just right there. Oh yes, massage me and get my phone number and come to my house. And so I moved to Atlanta and people were booking me, but not enough for me to pay my bills. Enough people didn't know about me yet. So I got broke. Mind you, I was making 6 figures, had a house in the Caucasian neighborhood, car, like had it going on. And I went from that to zero. I'm on my third life right now at this moment. I went from that to zero. And so I started going back to Memphis doing massages again. Because back then, I can go to Memphis and make $1,000 in a day. And this was 10 years ago. So $1,000 in a day from zero, that was a big deal that can help me and my kids. And so I started going back to Memphis. And mind you, this was until I moved to Atlanta in 2015. I didn't go back to Memphis until 2016. Because I was trying to figure it out all the other time.
So, okay. So you ran it up and then kind of lost it. Do you think, was it like a mismanagement of money? Like what?
I didn't have a plan in Atlanta. When I moved to Atlanta, I didn't have a plan. I just thought that if I'm going down there for the weekend and people booking me, I'm thinking it's going to happen every day. But that wasn't the case. Now I live here and enough people don't know about me to book me every day. Because if I'm doing massages, I can only do so much with my hands. I can only make so much. I didn't have products back then. I didn't have a digital product. I wasn't 6-figure spot chick yet. I was just still Queen of Massage ATL. Instagram page is still up. And so when I did get clients, everybody had like real money. Because, people lie. No. I massaged everybody in Atlanta. They had real money. This they house. This they car. This they other house. I'm hearing them on the phone, negotiating deals. People sending them, wiring them $100,000. I'm like, I don't know something. And so that's how I created 6-figure spot chick. I was like, everybody making money from their phone until me. And that's how I created 6-figure spot chick.
So what was that process like? Give us some game. Like how can people create money from their phones right now? Like,
yes.
What's the game? What can we do?
So I love how she said a lot of you guys are young. I think that's so amazing. Like I remember you being in high school and just seeing you from, what you did with McDonald's, seeing you speaking at InvestFest, seeing you speaking at the schools, like because I know your mom.
Thank you.
I have saw you just grow into what everybody see now. So y'all, your parents is a big part of your success.
That's a
but
fact.
Everybody don't have parents that's a part of their success. But because we have social media, we got events, we can go meet whoever we want. And people will, I'll never forget, I was a waitress, somebody told me, people will help you before they give you money. And I didn't even know what he meant at that time. And that means they will invite you to an event or introduce you to this person or put you in this room. I never knew what he meant because I only knew like I needed money. I didn't know nothing about relationships. So I moved to Atlanta and I just networked like crazy. Like I went to every event because I ain't had no money. I ain't had nothing going on. And I just went to every event. Anybody with an ear, I would tell them about my business. And so when I got ready to be on my Instagram page, mind you, I didn't have a website or anything. I got ready to be on my page. I was like, it got to be a good name that's going to automatically make people interested. And so I came up with 6-figure spot chick because I had made 6 figures already.
So you was 6-figure spot chick.
I was 6-figure spot chick. Let me tell everybody something too. I had one of my friends. She had made $1 million. She lost everything. I remember because I do marketing, and I was helping her like market and make money. I remember I helped her make like $15,000 in a day when we started this new thing for her. And she was like, "I don't want to be a fraud," and I'm like, "You did make $1 million. You did do this. You did do that. Like that's your story. Like people don't know you. You got to tell them." So I feel like a lot of people, they feel like, "Hey, if I did this a year ago or 2 years ago, I can't talk about it no more." The devil is a lie. I did all of it. Blood, sweat, tears. And I created and mind you, when I created that page, I had nothing. I had $0, no car, and a $32 cell phone. I didn't even have an iPhone when I created that page. And I got on it. We didn't even have IG Live yet. TikTok went out yet.
Yeah.
And I got on that page every day, and I talked about everything I had ever did before. And I talked about it every day until somebody paid me my first $25.
Wow.
I charged $25 back then to help people.
Wow. So, okay. I want to ask you this, right? Because what I'm learning, like I'm reading, I work a lot with a lot of people. Doing the extra stuff is easy, right? Like
when you get a client.
Yeah, like doing the extra stuff is easy. I feel like it really be the mental. Like
so it's the process part that people. So we don't have enough people winning because they're gonna give up somewhere and be like, hey, it ain't happened fast enough. I told everybody I got 2 regrets in my life. I didn't do it big enough and I didn't do it fast enough. Yeah, I made millions of dollars. I helped a lot of people make. I should have been doing it bigger, and I should have been doing. If you call me and say can you come on my podcast? I'm getting on the flight, come and see your podcast. I don't know what opportunity
could
come out of it.
Yeah.
I'm coming. You see the difference?
Nah, I like that. And I feel like I relate to that because I tell people all the time, like, you really just got to have that dog in you. Like, a lot of people just, it's like, if it happens, I'm not going to say anything. Or they just allow fear, doubt, and stuff like that to get in their way. And I tell people, like, yo, what you doing is bigger than you. Especially for Black people. Like, a lot of us are the first in our families to change the narrative. So it's like, you don't have the luxury to have fear.
Exactly.
Like,
the audacity.
You don't have the luxury to have self-doubt. Because if it, like, you didn't have the luxury to do that. You're explaining that, like, if I didn't do this, like, what's going to happen to me and my kids?
I had nothing anyway. So it's kind of like, hey, you got it. I tell people right now, like, people like, Candace, how you do all this stuff? I don't have a choice. I have to do it. Like, somebody is waiting to hear my story right now to keep on going. Somebody is waiting to hear my story. Like, I'm going to go open up my spa, or my DM is always open. Like, people need to hear the story. I don't care if I did it. I mean, and I did it recently, but I don't care if it was 10 years ago when I did it. You know? And so I feel like we are creating the blueprint. When it comes to Black people, nobody had a blueprint when it came to spa to make $1 million. And if they did, they wasn't sharing it. So I created that blueprint for Black people to have a framework to make $1 million in the spa industry.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact. So do you still have spas now, or do you just like help people like what?
So no. So what I do now, I only do corporate. So like we're here in New York, we're doing a corporate event. So I don't have an actual location anymore because I'm only doing corporate, where we bring it around the country wherever they are. But people that's in my community, they still have actual locations. So no matter what city and somebody wants to go get any service, I just recommend them somebody that's in my Spa Boss tribe.
Nah, I respect that. We're going to talk about the tribe, but what I'm hearing when I'm talking to you right now is, like, I was listening to this podcast, and it was Donnie Wiggins' podcast.
Oh, yeah. When I was on there?
No, it was with David Shands. It was just like a podcast that they just did recently, right? But I watched that episode that y'all did too, right? They had said, like, the difference between, like, the hustler and the CEO.
Oh, yeah. I saw that one.
I felt like that was a bar. They was talking about how, like, the hustler, right? Like, in business, everybody's going to be a hustler at some point. You was a hustler. Like, you have to grind. You got to get it. But then there's a point in your business where you got to stop the hustle and become the CEO, right? And they compared it to, like, somebody selling drugs. They was like, the hustler is the person that's on the street corner, you know, selling the drugs. But then the CEO is the kingpin is the person who's putting the people on the street,
exactly,
and not in a negative way, but more so saying, like, yo, I'm going to give you the work and give you the game, and I'm going to bring it.
I ain't doing it no more.
I'm going to build it. You know what I'm saying? And I respect that when you said, like, yo, I'm in corporate, so I'm doing this on a bigger scale, but then I also have people who are starting and building, and I'm providing them opportunities.
Exactly.
So I really, really like that. So talk about the Spa Boss tribe.
Yeah, so I own the largest Black spa community in the world. Everybody in my community, they do something in spa, beauty, health, or wellness. And so the membership is absolutely free. It's no charge, and it's all about marketing, building, growing, scaling, business credit, customer retention, events, products, lunching, and it's absolutely free. And that's a community over on Facebook.
Nice. So what made you want to start that community? Like, at what point?
So actually, I took a class from a lawyer. But it was an Instagram class. This was back in 2015. And mind you, I'm trying to figure out how to make money online. Because most people, if you guys are listening, most people think you can make money online by doing an ebook. You know, that was, I mean, and ebooks still hit. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, but that's not the only thing. Yeah.
So me, I'm like, I'm going to make me a community. Like, I'm running my community. We just planned this event in May. We finna be out of town for a week. Wow. And I said, long as everybody know how to make money from their phone, we good. You know, man, we going out of town for a week. You in a position to make money because you can. So she said, if you never want to go broke, build a community. I wasn't even thinking about building a community. One thing too, everybody, I'm smart. I do what people say. I feel like a lot of people, like when you say fear and doubt, they not around nobody that's telling them what to. At the end of the day, we still have people tell us what to do. And so even to this day, I tell people what to do, but people tell me what to do. And if I believe in it, I go do it. So I didn't know that lady from a can of paint. I paid for her class. She said, if you never want to go broke, build a community. I built me a community. And that was like in 2016 when I started building my community.
What's good, y'all? It's Aaliyah from Financial Revolution. Are you broke or are you brilliant? This is the #1 financial literacy drinking game. This is a way for you to test your financial knowledge with your friends, with your boyfriend, your girlfriend, anybody. So now here's how you play the game. So we have Q&A cards. These Q&A cards have different financial questions, such as, what does APR stand for? Do you know what that stands for? If you get it correct, you receive a currency card. The more currency cards you have, that's how you win the game. Now, where it gets fun and cool, people have to take a shot for their poor financial decisions that they made. So we have take a shot cards. So now on this take a shot card, it says, take a shot if you don't have stocks. Or take a shot if you don't have credit. Or take a shot if you ever paid an overdraft fee. I know y'all would be drunk by now. Now, make sure you go to my website and you get your Broker Brilliant today so that you can play this. Again, this is a fun financial literacy drinking game. And you might see a little discount. Run over. Let's get it, y'all. Back to the episode. Okay, so I'm going to speak to that because I'm in the process of me building my community as well. And I know a lot of people watching this, like they have a product, they have a service, but they're like, okay, I have clients. How do I...
No, that's
build,
good.
Right? How do I build that community? So what would you say are the top 3 things that you need in your community?
So that's good. So first thing first, when people who are entrepreneurs, and let's say they got a product, right, they thinking that their community has to have something to do with that product or that service. That's not true. Your community can be about anything you want. You know, I had a spa and I was helping spa pros, and so that was my community. But now I'm happily married 5 years and I'm crazy in love. I'm about to build a community for married people. It has nothing to do with my spa and how I help other spa pros. I'm just happily married and I want to share that with, I want to be around, but I'm smart. So the community, it needs to be something that it could be any single thing you want. It doesn't have to be related to your product or your business. So that's number 1. Number 2, the community has to be scalable. Hey, once I get the community, how do I make money from these people? You're going to do merchandise and events. Merchandise and events when you get the community. And then number 3, affiliates. If I do a community if you're doing a community and it's based around financial literacy, what do those people need? Who you going to get an affiliate with? If I'm doing something for couples, who would I go get an affiliate with? I'm going to get an affiliate with a restaurant. I'm going to go get an affiliate with another spa because they want to have couples massages. I'm going to go get an affiliate with a car dealership because he going to go buy his wife a brand new car. Like, this is how we really make money and how we think. Who can I get an affiliate with that my people want to do business with them anyway? What's going to be my merchandise in my event for my community? And then what's going to be the name of my community, like the mission? Who is it going to be for?
That's a bar. That was good. So just to break it down, can you just break down what affiliate is just for people who may not understand what that is?
So like for me, I have the Spa Boss Tribe. So I have a lot of affiliates. So we have a text message marketing system. Most people in my community, they have a business. Everybody needs to have a text message marketing system. So I have an affiliate with a company called Slick Text where I meet spa pros. They don't have a text message system. I give them my link. Anybody who click it, sign up, I get paid. I have another affiliate with a spa software company. I don't get paid per click. So, we can talk heavy. I don't know how long we got here about it. We can get this money, everybody. Yeah. I have another affiliate. It doesn't go by how many people click my link. I get paid every month to post inside my Facebook group.
Wow.
From a software company that spa pros use. So it's levels to affiliates. Some of them just click the link. Some of them give you a check every month. Some of them you get both. You get a check every month. And then this is the bar, everybody, with your affiliates. Once you know you've made them some money, you ask them for money to sponsor your event.
Okay. So walk us through that process. How do I get the affiliate, right? Because I think what happens online is we hear a lot about like this is what you do, but we don't get the process, right? Like how do I get the affiliate?
So believe it or not, mostly everything we use have an affiliate link. So most of them is just right there on the site where you can it'll say affiliate, become a partner, be a brand ambassador. Like I wear Lip Bar lipstick, I got an affiliate link. I use that software company, I got an affiliate link. My makeup artist, I got an affiliate link. So we can, if it's like this, we can ask. But if it's a big brand, we need to be emailing, sending a DM, or most of the time the link is just already right there. But people are not looking for it. Like Lip Bar, I tag them all the time because I wear it. It's a black-owned company. They was on Shark Tank. They got denied.
I think I'm familiar with.
They went on
and
sell.
then she went crazy with it. Yeah,
they made millions of dollars. So I tagged them all the time. I was like, I need to be an ambassador, and they was like, Hey, here go the link. But I never looked for it on their website. So it just depends on how big. Like my SMS company, I never DM them. I ran so many people click my link. They called me because so many people click I did a big event with like 300 beauty pros. And I've had so many people click my link. They call me Groupon. Call me. I ain't called Groupon. I got an affiliate link for people to go sign up with Groupon.
No, that
was a 6-figure deal right there.
No, that's bars. So all right, so we got the affiliates down packed. Now events. Yes. How do you curate events for your community, right? And speak to like your growth in events, because I'm pretty sure your first event you didn't have 300 people there, right? So and I think a lot of times people were like, oh, only 10 people come to my event. It's
that's cute.
Like, you know
that's
what I'm saying?
Cute.
So like
that's cute. So events is not just for the community. Everybody should be doing events, no matter if you got a product, a service, you're an author, you got a podcast. Everybody should be doing events. You get 80% higher conversion.
But how do you really make money with events though? Because events have a lot of like, and then people say get sponsors, but sometimes I'll speak to myself, right? Getting a sponsor. Sometimes I get these ideas that come to my head one like a random day, and I gotta have the event in the next 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks. Mm-hmm. To get a sponsor within 2 to 3 weeks, a lot of times is like hard.
No,
it's not.
Number one question: what wise counsel did you get to do the event in 2 or 3 weeks and to get a sponsor? Who did you talk to help you?
Myself.
That's the problem for everybody that's listening. First thing first, everybody. It's a book. It's called Who, Not How. It's not how am I gonna get a sponsor in 2 weeks? Who gonna help me get a sponsor? Y'all, I'm an OG. I don't know how old people been on here, baby. I'm this 15 years. It ain't how I'm gonna get a sponsor in 2 weeks. Who gonna help me get a sponsor in 2 weeks? Like who know you gotta be worth knowing. You gotta have a Rolodex of people to call anytime you need them. This is how we get things done. In 2 weeks, get a sponsor, make the event work. I gotta get with somebody who know how to do event. I done did events and made $100K profit in one day. We gotta get with somebody who know how to do this to make it easier for us.
That's a fact.
My first event, nobody came. I used to do events at Chick-fil-A every week. To this day, y'all, 15 years I do events every week. I never miss. Every single week I do an event. To this day, that's how I make money. Every week I do an event.
So, okay. How are you making money with the events? Because you mentioned merch. So
a multitude of ways. So some events I have a partnership with Esco Marietta in Atlanta. Shout out to Esco Marietta. They don't charge me to come there. They're a sponsor. So I go there, A-Loft Hotel. I can go to A-Loft. They don't charge me, but we got to, buy some drink from the bar, but it's no MOQ. I don't got to pay no money up front. Same thing with Esco Marietta. I don't have to put my card on file and say, hey, you have to spend at least $20,000. No, I have a partnership with them. I'm bringing them bees and they letting me set up, sell my stuff, sell my tickets. The money is mine. So it's different levels too, depending on what we want to do, where we want to do it, and what they, like my Spot Expo, I had 500 people last time. I spent $100,000. Guess what? And I ain't make no money. The event was so fire. I had so many sponsors. I ain't make no money myself. I was so worried about my sponsors. I didn't even have a booth at my own event. I didn't have. It was crazy, but I was so overjoyed and so happy with how it turned out. I wasn't mad about the money. I said I get on the back end. I got 500 people email. I got 500 people on my text list. I get the money, and I got it, by the way. But I didn't make no money today. I didn't make no money that weekend. I ain't sell nothing in my own event. I sold tickets, but that helped me. I sold $30,000. How we make money? Take notes if you got pen and paper. Number one, we cannot put a price out unless we know what our hard numbers are. And hard numbers need to include, everybody hear me out, the venue, the photography, videography. If you're going to get your outfit, you're going to get your makeup done, you're going to get your hair done, your decorations. If you need security, if you're going to have food, if you're going to have drinks. Everybody miss things and they put a ticket price out based on what they think. We don't do ticket price until we know, hey, this is everything I'm going to need for this event. And I'm just making it up. It's going to be this amount of money, and then we put a ticket out.
It's a fact.
That's first thing first for the tickets. Number two, hey, what am I going to say out here to make money? Because when we get money for the tickets, that's really paying for the event, even if we don't get a sponsor. My ticket sales was $30,000. One time I did Spot Expo, my ticket sales was $85,000.
Wow.
But that year, my event cost me $250,000 to do it.
So it's like you still wasn't... But you made the money on the back end.
That's the day I made the $100,000.
So, okay, let me ask you this question. Because I think right now you're speaking from a large standpoint, right?
Oh, we go small?
No, not that we want to think large, right? Mm-hmm. But I want to talk to you about just what the average person is thinking. the average person does not even have $100,000 to put up for the event. And right. You probably put things in the event to give it a certain vibe. So I'm not like the average person. You could do what you could do right now. How do you go about getting the funding to fund these events?
No, that's perfect. So you guys can see, but one of my mentees is here in the audience right now. Her first event, she only had like 10 people. She did it. Matter of fact, she met the guy at my event. You know, he's popping. He had a clubhouse. We live in Atlanta. Like every apartment, they got a clubhouse, and it's fire. He allowed her to use. He was a sponsor. He allowed her. Remember, who, not how. It wasn't how was she gonna do the event. Who gonna help her do it? He said, "Hey, I will help you." I stepped in. I said, "Hey, I'll sponsor the food. I paid for the food." He sponsored the location and he sponsored the liquor. I sponsored the food. She sold maybe 10 tickets. That was her first event. So she found the location. Somebody sponsored food. Somebody sponsored liquor and the location. She had 10 people. Her second event, she had 40 people.
Growth.
She's finna go do it because she doing. My mentees have to do an event every month. But this is like her signature event, so she do it like every other month now. And once it get bigger, she won't even be able to do it every other month. But now the next event, she's expecting 75 people. So how does she make money? She's getting sponsors. We created a VIP ticket and not just general admission, because this is for people gonna be starting off. We got a general admission ticket and then we got a VIP ticket. Or you just starting out your event, you need to have a free ticket and then a VIP ticket. And then have a donation ticket on there. Because we just starting out, you know.
Donation ticket.
So we went from her having a general admission ticket to a VIP ticket. And now, you know, her event is about self-love and self-care. So now we smart. Everybody understanding my voice. You ain't got no money, you don't know nobody. Get some people to come on there with you. So what she did is, I said, you got to have 2 to 4 people to do the event with you. I said, let them just be special guests. They don't even got to speak. So then she went out and started just meeting all these people. Like anywhere we at, you saw her in action up in here today.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, it's like a light bulb go off. Because it's who, not how. Because she's around me, she's on her toes. She know, hey, this is an opportunity for me. Let me go ahead and pitch this now while it's fresh, connect with who I could. She's learning that from her mentor. So a lot of people are not even thinking about who do I need, so they miss the opportunity person right in front of them.
That's a fact. No, that's a fact. I think a lot of people do think from a lack standpoint instead of looking from an opportunity standpoint, right? Because, and I think a key thing that you said in here is that mentorship, who you surround yourself with, right? I think a lot of people, especially to my peers, like, be mindful of the people that you surround yourself with. Like, I hear a lot of times people have conversations and they'll have ideas. Like, I'll give you a perfect story. I was teaching this class, right? These are like elementary, 5th grade, 6th grade students. They had to be like 11, 12. This one kid goes like, I'm like, yo, what y'all want to do when y'all get older? One kid goes like, I want to find a cure for cancer. Other kid in the class goes, you can't do that. The government gonna kill you, bro. Yeah, you can't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, automatically shut his idea down. And I brought that up because I think a lot of times we have conversations with people and we're telling our big ideas to small-minded people, and they automatically discourage us and shut us down. And when you hear that negativity all the time, you start to normalize it.
So what I would say to that, because we have technology, because we have this podcast right now that people can listen to, when you come in her negativity, let's letting you know you got to go to a new room.
That's a fact.
You got to come get her. That's the quickest way to get out of a depression. That's the quickest way to make something happen. I got to get in new rooms every week. I was just telling my homegirl with me, I was like, I keep me a mentor. I keep somebody who got motion. If I'm with somebody who got motion, I'm gonna have motion.
That's a fact.
And I'm eventually start having, like, I got motion. Anybody with me gonna have motion because I got motion.
No, that's a fact.
We up here on a gig that I booked, but I gave everybody access to it. I ain't charged nobody. Hey, come with me. Celebrities gonna be there. Belair gonna be there. Here go your flyers. This what you do. We went to the radio station. Yeah, I'm on a press run. We went to the radio station yesterday. I got motion. Everybody gonna have motion, but I didn't always have motion. I had to build up to create motion for myself and for my brand.
And I like that. That's a bar. And I think, talk about the process though, right? Because I think a lot of times, we talked about that earlier, but people just don't want to go through the process.
So, and this is my honest opinion, it's not that people don't want to go through the process. When people see what the process is, they don't have a mental capacity to complete it. And so those of us who we see who have success, we become a beast to the process. Hey, I want this and I must get it no matter what. If this, like for the thing I said, man, I ain't drinking right now. I got to hear from God. I got to be, let me tell y'all something. No clarity, no motion, no money, no nothing. I don't care how many millions, I need clarity. And at the moment, I don't have it. I'm not drinking. I love me a lemon drop, baby. I will lemon drop you down. I ain't drunk none. I need to be clear. I need him to know that I'm listening. I need him to know I'm paying attention. I need him to know I'm waiting on his answer. And I need him to know he can trust me. No alcohol. You see what I'm saying? So people see, like, people can join a coaching program and then it take all this and they huffing and they puffing. You don't want it, then don't worry about it. You ain't gonna see every little thing I'm doing to get to this on social media, or if you meet me just for the weekend, or you ain't gonna have the opportunity. But if you in a coaching program with me for a year or 12 weeks, or you're gonna be able to see more things, and then you have to decide, do I have every program they say only 7% of people complete it. 7%, because people, when they see what it takes,
they don't want to do it.
Not that they don't want to do it, they decide that they can't do this at the moment, and then they just never do it. And so that's on them, because those of us who made a decision, we're going to do it, and we're going to be the ones at the top. And they're going to still be somewhere. I tell people all the time, when people follow me, I tell you, could have been made $10,000 by now, at least. Why are you going to follow somebody and never connect with them? That's dumb. That's dumb. And they ain't young. They old.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact. I feel like the worst thing people do is don't follow up when they go to events. And I'm like, yo, you done got dressed. They're all at. Talk to the person in their face. Told them, like, yo, I'm gonna hit you up. Told them everything you had going on. Just to not text them.
It's crazy.
Like,
well, don't even implement. Like, I be on IG Live giving free gems all the time. People don't even. I'm like, you ain't made $1,000. You ain't made. Like, go implement. Go do something. So people just, they're window shoppers. They're not even window shoppers. They're just window people, period. They ain't even shopping.
Nah, yeah. I heard this thing. Somebody said, like, some people too busy to get rich.
Dumb.
Too busy to get rich. And that stuck with me, because one time I was telling myself, like, damn, I don't got time to do that. Then I'm like, Aaliyah, what? You don't got time to do something that's going to help you? Like, what do you mean by that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to make the time for the things that you want. So talk about how much effort, energy, and time you got to put into your business, and like just how much you have to invest.
Yes. So y'all, I have invested over $1 million in myself, in my business. I have dedicated my entire life, and I'm not telling you guys are young, you got your whole life ahead of you, and so I definitely don't want you to make the mistakes that I have made, but I have dedicated the last 15 years of my life building me an empire that's going to outlive me. A lot of people do whatever they do, and it's just for a sale today. No, I need to build something that's going to outlive. My Spot Boss Tribe can't outlive me. My Spot Expo can't outlive me. My Airbnbs, my titles, my deeds, go to my keys, it can't outlive me. And so I have dedicated the last 15 years of my life just really building something that can outlive me. And I've been sick the whole month of February. I was telling everybody, this is my first year in 15 years not working in a whole month.
Wow.
I ain't worked this month. I was sick. So
you look good, so I'm glad that you healthy and stuff now.
And I still ain't healthy. Like, we just ate some fried chicken at the restaurant you sent us to. So no, I'm better, but I still got a lot of lifestyle changes that I have to make sure I can live another, however long God see fit. And because those are things I can control what I put in my mouth. So I'm getting my health in order, but I got a lot of more discipline that I have to showcase to get my health in order.
No, I agree with you. I think that's a conversation I have with myself now, because like when you on a grind sometimes, hustle mode stuff, especially when you flying out, going places, speaking places, and doing everything, like there's certain things that you just don't prioritize, and a lot of times that's like health, right? And I think we don't speak about that. We a lot of times speak about the grinding mode, get into the money, but like, what are you eating when you get into the money, right? Are you sleeping? Are you resting when you get into the money? And I was watching this clip with Mr. Beats the other day. I'm not sure if you saw it.
I know Mr. Beats.
And he was like, I'm being honest, like, my mental health is not good. He was like, if I prioritize my mental health, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. So do you think there's a balance in success, or do you think that there's an imbalance, or is it a choice? Like, what do you?
So I don't know if you know Myron Golden.
Yes, I know Myron. Yep.
So I never forget one time we was at a conference. I paid Neo like $45,000 to be his mastermind. So Myron was his coach at that time. So We learned from Myron. We had opportunity to learn from sometimes too, but I remember Myron said a scale is always unbalanced. And so the old me, I would say it's no such thing as balance, but the new me, it is a such thing. I am an entrepreneur. I am the CEO. I control my time and my day. I can say, hey, I'm cutting off at 4. I'm cutting off at 2. I'm not checking my emails after this. Hey, I'm going to go be with my family and be with my kids and sit down at dinner at this. I control that. So it is a such thing as balance. When you are building, because remember, we either building or we lunching. One of the two. You building something or you lunching something. Or unless you just even Amazon, we know they make $1 million some dollars a day. I'm telling you, people still in the back over there, how can we make this better? What else can we do? So they can keep on scaling. And so I feel like it is a such thing as a balance. And it's when we decide to make that decision that I won't be a slave to my business. I won't deprive my mental health. I never sleep, like ever. This month in February, God released 10 plus years of stress apart from me from getting sick. So a lot of good things. I lost $1 million some dollars too. I don't know if you know that. I lost $1.2 million. And now I'm noticing that my biggest losses are, making me be such a gentle giant. And
$1.2 million. How you do that? Do you mind sharing?
I'm not all the way healed from that yet. Like my eyes watering just saying it to you. But at that time I was making a lot of money and I had made it. You know, sometimes entrepreneurs, they have success one week, the next week they don't make no money. Like I made money like for years straight. And at that time, I knew I was a lot, and I'm still a lot to this day. And I know I run people off. And so I was like, I need to fire myself from my company because I see where my company is going. People trust me. It's a lot of people, but I'm a lot. And I was like, I'm going to fire myself from my company. I'm going to put some other people in position. And I put other people in position. But as a CEO, I should have been more business-oriented and not ran as if, hey, these are my friends and I'm allowing them to run my company. I should have said, hey, these are the SOPs. These are, even though we was talking every day, I was making sure the numbers were there. I was making sure they was making money and all that. And we had been working together for years. So I really didn't think about it from a CEO perspective. Like, if I don't know you and you come into my company, we're going to go through some certain procedures, and I didn't do that. And so that's the accountability I'm taking on my end that I didn't do. And I put them in position. I'm like, just run it. You know, y'all been here. You know what to do. And then I feel like, and this just in my personal opinion, because I don't want to say nothing bad about them either, but I feel like some type of way, the two of them, the alignment wasn't there anymore. With them, with me, and everything just kind of crumbled apart. And so once it crumbled, I didn't notice anything until, it was a crumble cookie. And I almost lost my company. I lost $1.2 million. I lost two of my most amazing friends who I thought I would never lose, who I helped both of them make $1 million. You know, they helped me run my company. They was there with me for 7 years straight. And it was just a tragedy for everybody involved.
Wow. So this is the spa company.
Spa Boss Tribe.
Oh, the Spa Boss Tribe.
Mm-hmm.
So, so break it down. You stepped away from it. Your two friends that y'all real close, you trusted them with, and you depended on them because it's like, yo, y'all know what to do.
But they didn't know what to do. They didn't know what to do.
So it was just a mismanagement of business, or was it like...
Correct. A mismanagement on everybody's end. My end, their end, everybody's end. Because at the end of the day, what I found out is that they could not talk to me. Hey, you're not approachable. I can't tell you this. So, like, my new people around me, baby, talk to me. Oh, my gosh, what did I do to you? Are you okay? Like, we were just at an event. They had negative energy. They tell you I could see it from the stage. I said, what's going on over there? I see some negative energy. Like everything about me has changed since that happened. I got more empathy for people. I still roast a bitch. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted, everybody. Somebody got me upped up, it's a problem. But
it's that down south energy.
You know, it's a problem. But I'm just making sure, like, the people that I'm assigned to and people that are assigned to me, we got to be on one accord. And so I just feel like we was together so long and we just weren't on one accord no more, and it made the whole company crumble.
So, all right. What are the top 3 things you learned from that experience?
The 1.2 million?
Yes.
Never hurt my friends. Ever.
Never hurt your friends?
Higher.
Okay, never hire.
Higher.
Okay.
Ever again will I do that. Ever. Ever. With a capital E, capital V, capital E, capital R. Ever hurt my friends, because when everything came down to the end and I had hired a mediator. Because I'm like, these are my friends. I don't want to break up. I'm just trying to figure out what. I'm letting them know I'm mad because I'm crazy. Like, be this and you know not it, but like, man, I still love you at the end of the day. Like you my family, you know. And so a lot of things just came out. So never ever hire. I would never ever hire a friend ever. Number 2, we gotta have SOPs and contracts.
What's SOPs?
Systems and procedures.
Okay.
This how we do this. 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 And they gotta sign a contract. I don't care if they're my friend. I don't care if I knew you. I don't care if you my mama. You gotta sign a contract. This is what I'm paying you. These are your responsibilities. Like a contract gotta be signed.
That's a fact.
Just paperwork in order. And then number 3, I will never fire myself from my company ever again. Ever. I don't care how big I get. Like I already know what God gonna do for me. Like them millions of dollars I made, I'm thankful. The people who I help make millions. This next level, what I'm finna do, this next wave, it's gonna be something we ain't never see coming. And I'm just making sure that he know he can trust me, so he can bless me, so I can bless others. So that's the space. I know that's what's happening right now. He got to make sure, like, hey, I thought you was ready, you weren't ready. And so he comes to testing me to make sure I'm ready. So I got to make sure that I'm showing him that I can be trusted with these blessings that he's giving me, so I can bless his people.
So at what point did you realize you lost $1.2 million? Like
once it all crumbled. Once it crumbled, like months later, I didn't know, because at the end of the day, they was making money. Like we were in a group chat. Like, hey, how much money you make them? Hey, I made 30K. Hey, I made 50K. Hey, I just made 15K today. Like we was in a group chat. Like I do that with everybody. If you with me, I need to know how much money you making. I need to know if your credit good or not. We just went out to eat. If you in my inner circle, somebody got to pay the bill. I might get it this time, you get it next time. Hey, I got the black card this time, you get the black card next time. So that's how I roll my inner circle. So everybody got to have some money. If you don't, we gonna know. And if you ain't got no money, that's a problem. Hey, let's go sit down. So to my knowledge, everybody's making money. You know, things were good. It was a little transition because one of my friends had moved from Jersey to Atlanta. So there was a little bit of a transition. So we were just figuring out that transition. And then the economy, that coaching space had shifted. Like people was paying $50,000, like crazy money for coaching. And it kind of shifted. So we had to kind of figure out, hey, what we gonna do here? So a little bit of that happened, but I got the community. Like I'm a mass marketer. You and me, we gonna make some money. And so everybody still was making $20,000, $30,000. You can't make that at your job unless you're in sales.
Yeah.
So everybody still was doing 20, 30 to 50 G. So I'm thinking everything good.
Checked it.
And so another thing I thought too, where I messed up here, I thought if people made the money, everything was gonna be okay. And so even though I made sure everybody made 20, 30, 50, I didn't know about their mental, I didn't know about their personal problems, like certain things I just didn't know about. And if I was the one who carried everybody for so long, nobody think I need anything. And it was just a lot. And so I just would never allow that to happen in my company again. Like my new people around me, I'm like, we can't be friends. This is only business. Like now, because that happened, I can't even really get close to other people.
It's like a little trauma there.
No, a lot of trauma.
There's a lot of trauma. A lot of trauma. No,
a lot of trauma.
That's understandable. So I want to get into marketing.
Okay.
Right. So you have a lot of entrepreneurs, aspiring entrepreneurs watching this. What are 3 things that every business should have when it comes to marketing? So
every business should have an opt-in. Like if I discover you, I need to be opting into something I might not be ready to buy. Like that's my mass message I want to get out to the world, that the pool of people who window shopping or who don't know they want to pay me right now is the largest pool, but we don't talk to them. If we want to say, hey, we only selling Rolls Royce, who don't market, by the way, because people already know they want to buy a Rolls Royce. They make so much money from selling it, they don't got to do a lot of marketing, right? But most people, they not at a Rolls Royce standard yet. So we got to do some marketing over here, And so people don't realize that the biggest pool is the people who ain't got the money to pay me. They don't know they want to pay me. They ain't discovered me yet, or they window shopping. And so we don't talk, not we, because I do it. People don't talk to that pool of people enough and take them through a nurture sequence. So everybody must have a lead magnet to get people to opt in, give their phone numbers and emails, even if I don't buy anything. Everybody must have that. Number 2, you got to take me through a customer journey nurture sequence. Because at the end of the day...
Wait, say that one more time. Customer journey...
Nurture sequence.
Nobody
sequence.
Nurtures. Okay, what does that mean?
So you got your cards, right?
Okay.
You just want me to buy the card.
Okay.
You ain't nurture me at all. You ain't giving me a free card. You ain't sending me a game night playlist. Is you buying my cards or not? There's no nurture sequence there. Like, you're not nurturing me to buy your cards or see if I like you or if I like the brand, I like the mission, I like what you stand for. It's no nurture there. And that's what a lot of entrepreneurs mess up. It's no nurture. It's like buy. It doesn't work like that. When we go to Target, we're going there because we know we want to buy something. But look how long they've been in business. It's levels to this thing. Most people just not starting out. I've been in business 15 years and I still have to nurture to this day because I meet new people. I'm going to meet new people on this podcast. I meet new people every week. People who already know me, they know if they want to buy or not. My system shows me that every month I have over 50% retention. The same people are buying, because I drop whatever I'm dropping, they come buy from me again. Every month it shows me that I have over 50% of people buy from me again the next month. That's what people want. So you need to have an opt-in and you need to set up the nurture sequence, customer journey, and then you need to know what your core values are, what's the mission, so you can constantly make that a part of your branding, so people can know what you stand for, what the company stands for.
That was 3 gems. All right, so to the lead magnet, right? What should be in a lead magnet? Because I'm in the process of creating one now, because I ain't have one. Right?
No, you need one.
So I'm
for everything, for the podcast, for the game. You got t-shirts.
Yeah, so like, where do you go to create the lead magnet? And like, what should be included in the lead magnet? So
some people, they're gonna call it a funnel, right? And I feel like depending on what level of entrepreneurship you're on, you heard the word funnel, your brain say cuckoo for Cocoa Pops. And so a funnel, it could be like click funnels, which people need to have an affiliate if they're gonna do that. But if you don't have that money for click funnels, you're gonna have a text message system that we can start everybody off with absolutely free today. Y'all can DM me, 6 Figure Spot Chick. I'll send you a link to start it off for free today. And then you can have an email system. So those are going to be your easiest tool to start collecting that data and start communicating with them every single week as much as you want to let them know about you, the company, your reviews, what your customers love, what makes you amazing, what you got coming up this week, why should they do this? Hey, here goes some information about this, to get them to buy by the end of the month. By the end of the month, everybody, because we have monthly, we should do end of day report. We should do end of week report, and then we should do end of month report. So if I meet you today, let's say today is the 20th something, I got 30 days to get some money out of you. People are not operating their business like that. I should have met so many more people the other 30 days that I'm good, but people not operating like that. So if I just meet somebody today, it's okay if they don't pay me today, tomorrow. I got 30 whole days to nurture them, to get them to buy something from me.
No, that was good.
People get mad when they don't make the money.
I think, okay, here's the thing though, like,
I'm saying when somebody don't buy from them, they get mad.
No, yeah, for sure. But I think for me, like, I've developed mental toughness where, like, because I walk past people all the time and don't buy their products. So I know it's not a personal thing. But I think, so let's speak to the spa business right now, right? One, how do you get the clients coming in? So you talked about doing stuff for free, right?
Well, that was 15 years ago, though.
So you wouldn't recommend people doing stuff for free now?
I mean, we sponsoring something today for celebrities who got money to pay us, but we're doing it more so for brand awareness. Here go a bar. I paid somebody $25,000 for this. Positioning in the marketplace. I'm sponsoring this event in New York today for positioning in the marketplace because I am the head. I am number one, and I got to be positioned as such. So I don't mind coming to New York to sponsor a spa lounge.
I think another thing too, because it goes back to the mental, I think people think small, right? Where it's like, oh, that event all the way in New York, I'm not gonna go.
Shout out to my daughter. Like, I'm a medallion with Delta. I ain't gonna hold you. The flight was $800. I was like, ooh, normally I buy it. I don't care. My daughter's like, is this app I use? I'm like, girl, I don't know about that. I was like, girl, I don't know about that. The flight was $40
on the app.
What? On the app. She need an endorsement deal. We gonna tell her what it is though. Y'all can DM, we'll tell. We need an affiliate with that app.
What the flight was,
it was 40. I couldn't believe it. It was 40 one way, because I was like, I don't know. I was like, I ain't never flew on the airline, so I don't know if I'm gonna like it. I said, let me get a one way, $40.
And it was sturdy. It was good.
It was a little turbulence, but that one on the airline. That was the app.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I said, let's go everywhere. Cause I'm a Delta. So I'm like, hey, y'all, the flight $800. Hey, y'all, the flight. Everybody don't want to do that, so that stops opportunities. But now that my daughter done told everybody about this app, I said, let's go crazy. Let's go crazy and do day trips for positioning. Some of the stuff, everything we do leads to money. So yeah, we got the app now. I'm like, sure, it's on and popping.
Nah, that's fine. So now, okay, you said brand positioning, right? So when you get into these rooms, you're around these people. What's the networking like? Like, what are you saying? Are you just pulling up to people like, yo, this is what I do? Come.
No, that's good. That's good.
What's
so
like?
definitely not everybody. Definitely not. So every room requires a different pitch. So for example, one of my mentors who I was just with, Coach Stormy Wellington, who done made over $60 million. When I get around them, I ain't talking about the little $3-5 million I made. It don't mean nothing to them. When I get around them, I'm talking about my impact. I'm talking about my school in Africa. I'm talking about, how I help all these spa pros change their lives. I don't talk about my money to them because my money is nothing to their money. When I get into this room I'm going to this weekend, I'm not talking about how much money I got. I'm talking about, hey, how I have massaged over 15,000 people. How I really want to help people take care of themselves and love themselves. And if you take care of yourself, you can be better for everybody. Like, that's what I'm talking about this weekend. I ain't gonna, we got to make a list, y'all. I call it a brag sheet. I ain't gonna brag on yourself because sometimes you'll forget who you are, especially like you said, being around negative people, constantly hearing negative things. You'll forget, like, you that girl, you that guy. Man, where your brag sheet at? So if nobody else can brag on me, I can brag on myself. And so depending on who I'm talking to, I think about my brag sheet in my head. What can I say to make them remember
That's going to
me?
click. Yeah.
What can I say that's going to make them remember me? I can't just be saying, oh, I own a spa. It ain't good enough. Hey, I got a school in Africa. My spa is a drop-off location for shoes, sanitary napkin. And I take other spa pros to Africa with me and we do a mission trip. That's what I'm saying. So it just depends on what can I say to make this person remember me. And can we possibly get on a meeting? Another thing too about it, when I'm networking, what can I do for them instead of straight up asking them what can they do for me? And we do massages.
You always
I'm gonna give you a free massage.
Yeah.
You see the difference? I got some products. I would love to give you my products and you a PR box.
No, I did that with you. I hit you up and I was like, yo, I see you having a game night. Like, I want to send you my game.
You remember the first night you came late? Remember I told you?
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't get it. And we had like Friendsgiving.
Yeah, the Friendsgiving. Yeah, it was.
We had a lot of people, but we took it to the retreat,
yeah.
and it was good. And I was bragging on you to everybody. So.
Thank you. But yeah, that's a fact. And again, it goes back to seeing things as from an opportunity standpoint and not from a lack. And I think I do the same thing, right? Every room you walk into, you got to have a different pitch. Like I 1,000% agree because different things is going to hit with different people. And another bar too is like, know who you're about to be around.
Yeah.
A lot of times we'll pull up to these events and people be like, you don't ask anybody like, where you going? Where are you going? Where are you taking me? Like, where? Because sometimes you may be tagging along with a friend or something like that.
Right.
You should know where you're going, who's going to be there. Of course, they may be people that pop in that you didn't know. Right? But I'll Google people on the side real quick and see like, what's this person? What do they do? Check their LinkedIn, something.
That's another good thing too, everybody. We are going to be networking to the. I tell everybody, my network changed my life. And so another thing too, when we network, let's say they go look us up somewhere, what would they see? If I'm networking to the capacity that I can do it, what they gonna see when they go look me up? If they just look me up, what they gonna see? My articles, my Facebook, my podcast, and what would they see when they look me up? Everything I just told you, they need to go see it somewhere, and it's repetition. So for me, I don't care what room I walk in, you gonna be able to find it about me on the World Wide Web. Another thing too, when it comes to networking, I get email addresses. I need that not your Instagram, everybody. Y'all be killing me with it. Yes, you can get that, and that's based on what room you in. So that's cool. But like, oh, follow me. That's cool. I need a contact. So some people, of course, we from Atlanta. The culture different. Everybody get their phone number. But if I'm high level networking and the people really don't know me like that, I always say, hey, can you give me your manager's email? Like, it's a good email for you. I want to have my PR. Whatever we talking about, and we get emails, and I immediately, if I don't do it that night, the next day I send an email out and CC my PR on it. And those of you who don't have PR, it's fine. You can do it yourself. But I'm immediately doing it, saying, hey, I want to send this email out, and I'm letting them know what it's about. So if you guys go to, my notes in my phone, $1 million on the notes in my phone. I'll go to them notes in my phone at events, this the email, hit them up about this, and then we follow up on it the next business, because we do a business day.
One question I do want to ask, so we wrapping up soon, is how do you get through the confidence, like overcome, like I guess like the shyness of asking people for stuff? Because I think a lot of time in business, like business is about the people. Like you
That's
gotta
good.
ask people for stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You gotta hit up the people in your contacts. Like, yo, I need this, because what you mentioned, who, not how. But
You gotta
sometimes,
get that book.
huh?
You
No,
gotta
no,
get
yeah,
that
I got to. Right now, I'm reading what is it called? The Economics of a Hitman and Psychology of Money. So I like
we
reading.
read Psychology of Money for my book club this month.
Yeah. So, oh really? This month? Oh, okay, cool.
I'll be on March the 3rd. I think it's Sunday.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. So yeah, it's cool. So the who, not how. Sometimes it's like, dang, I know who, but I don't want to ask the who.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? So how do you get through that?
So I don't know the culture of everybody who's watching, but I know in the black culture, many of us, we was taught you better not ask for nothing.
That's a fact.
So if we're taught that as a kid, now that we are adults, we still got that. I better not ask for nothing. They gonna smack my hand if I ask for something, and so we don't ask. And I know for myself, I didn't ask nobody for nothing until I lost $1.2 million. I didn't ask. Now I'm asking everything. Can you send me lunch? Can you do? I'm asking. Hey, I got an event coming up. I called one of my homies. I said, can you send me $1,000 for my? I helped them make a lot of money. That's another thing too, y'all. We want to ask. Make sure we've done something for somebody. It don't have to be to the magnitudes of what we asking, but make sure we're doing good things out in the world and being good human beings. We were just talking about that earlier. I said, man, if your heart ain't good, it don't even matter. If you know my friend Alexis say, have clean hands and a pure heart. So if you know you that and you a good human being, don't be around here broke, going without when you can just go ask somebody. They can't say nothing but yes or no.
And you really don't have. So
They can't say nothing but yes. Like this event, I said, hey, what do you think about us? I just asked you can say nothing but yes or no. You know what I'm saying? So it can't be nothing else.
That's definitely a fact. I got these last two questions. So this one is specifically for aesthetics, right? They ask, what treatments or strategies do you feel like, are the futures of aesthetics, right? So like if you own a spa business right now, like what's some things that you should definitely be working on?
No, that's great. Also, y'all, those of you who don't know me, I call myself a gangster nerd because I'm from like the Real Project, Government Cheese. Back in the day, an 80s baby over here. And I love books. I always have. Before I became an entrepreneur, I would read. My auntie used to love books. And then, of course, now I'm an entrepreneur. Everything is business. But another book you should have is called Blue Ocean Strategy.
Blue Ocean Strategy, okay.
And so what that book is saying is, it's not, hey, what makes me unique? Like, y'all, let me tell y'all something. That shit old school. What makes you different? And then you really ain't telling me nothing that really make you different, right?
Because somebody else got it.
Yeah, like you really ain't different at the end of the day. People like my personality or my girl, shut up. What are you talking about? And so what Blue Ocean Strategy teaches is I don't even have any competition. I'm cutting my competition head off. Like I'm 6-figure spot chick. I don't got no competition. Nobody ain't got the Black Spot Expo. Nobody. Only I have it. I have the largest community. Only I give out the awards. Nobody else does it. I don't got no competition when it comes to that. People could do what I do, but they not my competition. I'm in a league of my own.
That's how I feel.
Blue Ocean Strategy.
I like
and
that.
so for my people who are in aesthetics, what everybody should be focusing on is also retail. We saw the snowstorms come. We see these planes crash, and we saw COVID come, and people don't listen. If you are under the sound of my voice and you do services, that means you trade all your time for money. You're not going to make any money if you don't go do the service. That's not smart. That's dumb. We need to make sure we're in a position to make money if we can't go to that spa. If we do services, we need to make sure we're in a position. If we can't go do that thing, how can we still make money? Whether it's online, drop shipping, retail. People need to be focusing on retail. And then if we want to talk about services, my people who do wax, they can make a lot of money in a short amount of time. But then they have all these facials. They got PRP. A lot of estheticians are moving over to medical. There's more money there. And everybody need to have their financing options set up. They need to have your flex spending accounts and your health spending accounts. That's free. You need to set that up on Square. I do know Vagaro and some other apps take it, but you don't easily get approved. So Square, easily get approved. You need to have that set up because...
No, you keep talking.
Okay. No matter what city you are in, people in your city got a flex spending and a health spending card from their job. And most of them got $2,000 to $3,000 on there. But these spa pros and beauty pros, for whatever reason, they're not utilizing that teachers got it, nurses got it, firefighters, people who work different corporate jobs, they got a whole medical card that they can come to you and get services, and they not paying for it. But people not pushing it enough.
That's game. Wow, that's game.
That's what people need to be focusing on.
That's game. All right. And how do you handle slow seasons and dips in your business, right? Because I think all entrepreneurs could benefit from that. Because what you mentioned earlier, like entrepreneurship is really $30,000 one month, $1,000 next month. And it's really no telling. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could plan, you could put yourself in position, but entrepreneurship, you really are depending on other people. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So it's like, how do you handle those dips?
That's a good question. So everybody, I used to believe it was no such thing as a slow season. The only way you can have a slow season is if God wants your attention and he took it away from you. That's the only way. I made money for years, so way more than I needed. And that's why I took care of everybody and gave away over $1 million because I was making that much money. And so now that I lost $1.2 million, now that I was sick out of the month of February, and every single thing I tried to do this year, it got blocked. And those of you who don't know me, if I don't know how to do nothing else, I know how to make some money. I know how to make some money. Every single thing got blocked for me this year right here in 2025. But I've already made 6 figures already, though. Thank the Lord. And so
just started.
Yeah, I should have made I should be close to 300 by now.
I know, but life is about perspective.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
So no.
The person you talking to right now probably trying to make $1.
So a slow season is only because you did not prepare, or God wants our attention, and we not doing something he wants us to do. So it's a block right now until we do what he wants us to do. That's the only way you're gonna have a slow season. Because I didn't have them for years, and I don't even consider this a slow season. I call it my healing season. Hey, he needs me to heal. It's something else he needs me to learn. So until I do what he wants me to do, this is all you can focus on. You can't get nobody else to credit but me.
That's a fact. But in business, there are like...
That's planning, though. That goes back. Like, if we get my purse right now, every week has to be planned out. Not with, I'm going to go to this pop-up shop, or, I got these clients coming in today. No, my calendar has to be full with income-producing activities. This is what I'm going to do to make the money this week. Because I did this 3 months ago, to make it be more realistic and not all about, God. To give another perspective on that, your calendar, no matter who you are and what you do, it needs to be playing week by week that you saying you are working with activities that are going to make you money. Y'all need to know that what you did 3 months ago should be paying you for this month. Right now we in, and I don't know when it's going to air, but this month we in right now, you should be planning 3 months from today, but people don't plan to their capacity. So for me, let's say everything I tried to do got blocked. I had that much stuff planned, though. So it's like, how can I fail? That's how I still was able to at least make $100,000 already, because I planned out that much stuff on my calendar, and majority of it got blocked, by the way. But because I built me a business, hey, I got an online business. This many people know me. I'm deep embedded in Google here and there. I still can make some type of money, so I don't go broke.
So okay, this is just a personal question I have. You mentioned a lot that you mentioned you do a lot here, right? Do you have to spend time focusing on one thing at a time, or do you balance your time to try to like get a little bit of everything done? Like, how do you manage your time?
My offers or something else?
No, like, how do you manage your time to make sure that you have all these different things? Because what I'm learning right now, because I have a lot of ideas, but every idea is a business in its own. Like these cards, it's a business. This podcast, it's a business. Me teaching in the schools, that's a business, right? So every single idea, building a community, that's a business. And each business takes a certain amount of time, energy, and dedication. So do you allocate specific time every day to each business? Or was it like we locked in on a community, we building this out, and once this gets to a certain level, we gonna hop onto the next thing? How do you...
No, that's good. So what I would say to that is, because I have the community, everything else gonna get sold. The podcast gonna get the views. The car is gonna get sold because I have the community.
Because you got a base.
Yes, it's a system. And so those of you who are watching, you may don't have your own community yet and your own audience, but what I suggest is to get that. Just even having your own audience, not even a community. I tell all my mentees they need to be in at least 3 communities. if you in at least 3 communities, it's gonna be hard for you to fail if you're really in them. Like I'm in 1,000 families, I'm really in there. Like I don't just sit around. Hey, what do I need to do to sit at this table at the head of the table so I can have motion and make money? So if we in at least 3 communities, from there we always got events to go to. We getting mentorship, we getting classes, we getting to meet other people, we get to get clients because we in 3 communities. And the communities take care. Y'all gotta understand, a community is taking care of each other. That's what it is. So if you guys are not in the community, you ain't got nobody to take care of, and nobody can take care of you. That's dumb. So people need to be in at least 3 communities while they're trying to figure out what's gonna be a priority, or at least they need to be building them an audience to have a system in place. Then, like right now, because I have my spa boss tribe, I do trucking. I got an Airbnb. We got the spas. I got my TLC business, my health and wellness. Those exact same people buy every single thing from me.
Wow.
You see a difference there?
Wow. That's a bar.
You see? It's an audience.
Yeah.
But we have an actual community with leaders and things like that.
Yeah, that's a bar. And I think people just got to understand too, things take time. I think sometimes we want things to happen the first day we do it, or the first week, the first month, the first year. But things take time. It has to build. And similar to what you're saying with your mentee, like first event 10, second event 40, 75, and it just keeps tripling. And one event, not wishing this on you at all, but one event from 75 may go back down to 40. But that doesn't mean that you fail, because you still started from the original 10.
Right.
And I think we got to start, putting that into perspective as well.
And I want to tell everybody too, a way that we got, I did talk about the general and the VIP, but another way we got her events more popping, we invited people just to be a special guest. They didn't have to talk or anything. Just come and be a special guest. And we made them a flyer. And so now when these flyers are circulating out on social media, people want to come meet Financial Revolution. People want to come meet Six Figure Spot Chick. So guess what? They come buy a ticket. So that was another strategy that we used to just invite special guests. And then, of course, she do IG Lives with, like, I hate when somebody asks me to do the event and want me to do an IG Live. Me personally, I hate that because I need to sell my own stuff. So like if I do anybody event, I'm putting it on my email list, I'm putting it in my community, I'm putting them on my story, but they want us to go live and sell their stuff. And at this season right now, I can't do that. I got to make up for money I lost. I got to make up for being sick. I got to make up for, this year. And so I'm not in a place where I can get on IG Live and sell everybody. And I used to do that. I've made millions of dollars for selling other people's stuff, but I'm not in the capacity to do that right now. So that's another thing. I did it for her. When some people want me to do it, I'll do it, but I don't want to be doing it every.
You do one for me?
Oh, of course.
I appreciate it. I just want to make sure I was gang. That's it.
No, of course. One of my mentors taught me that when you have an event, you don't ask your speakers for anything. You don't ask them to do a live. You don't ask them to post a flyer. You don't ask them to do anything. And so I really believe that. So I don't ask, when I do an event, I don't ask somebody to go live with me. I don't ask somebody to sell the tickets. I do it all myself.
Yeah, because they already coming.
But if you're building and you need to ask because we in a season where we're asking. So I just want to make sure that even though my mentor said that, and again, like you said, Candace, you're speaking from up here. I feel like my mentor is speaking from up here because if people ain't there yet, they can't do that on their own. And so we need people to help us do things.
No, that's a fact.
But that goes back to people building relationships because, like, I want to help you. I want to help her, so I do that. If that makes sense.
No, that's a fact. So my last question is, what would you tell your 21-year-old self? 21-year-old.
Don't talk to none of my baby daddies. Not a one. Run, sis. Serious about that. And then if it comes to business, if it comes to personal development, I would tell myself that I am enough. I would tell myself that I am beautiful. I would tell myself that I am a queen. Like you talk, like we didn't get deep, but like you talked about a lot of different things. Like, people have negativity. I remember one of my baby daddies told me, like, he was like, you ain't shit. You ain't gonna never be shit, and ain't nobody gonna want you. And, now I have the most amazing husband of my life, the best man I ever had of my life. I really have peace outside of social media, and that's another thing I'm really, really thankful for. And so I would just tell myself, because I feel like sometimes I do this analogy, and I tell people, and I'm just talking to the women right now, sometimes, y'all, we just drop our crown. It falls off somewhere and we don't pick it back up. And then we'll start allowing people to treat us any kind of way. And I was just at an event and one of the speakers said, people can only love you as much as you love yourself. That was my takeaway from the event. And so I got to remember to love me no matter how I look, no matter what somebody say about me, no matter if my business is slow, no matter if God got me in the wilderness right now to make me better. Like, I got to remember, man, I got to love myself, and I got to remember that God loves me. And if I can remember that on my worst days, I think I can be okay.
Nah, that's a bar. That's a fact. I feel like I agree. I think one of the things I tell myself is, because I think a lot of times we get caught up in like comparison. We get caught up in like, this what happened to me, but this didn't happen for that. Like, all that. And one thing I tell myself is like, yo, you ain't no different than me. We all bleed the same, and we all die the same. At the end of the day, like every human bleeds the same, and we all got an expiration date.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And when you put that in perspective, not from a negative lens, but from a positive lens, it's like, yo, we are not different. It's just that society, and we put ourselves on like these pedestals and stuff like that. And sometimes perspective, like we see someone as a higher person, but we start looking at yourself like that.
And that's good you said that. I've been around some of my mentors lately. Their houses are like freaking phenomenal. I had to quickly say, I'm not comparing myself. I got a 5-bedroom house. I worked hard for it. I'm proud of that house. And so I had to quickly tell myself, no. Don't you worked hard for that house. You begged God to get you out there, the old house. Don't you dare go make God think you ain't thankful for what you got. And so I can, being in their homes, and some of my mentors' homes are paid for cash. They got, mansions and things. It shows me that, hey, you still got some work to do.
That's a fact. And I think we got to start looking at it from that lens,
yeah.
right? Because it's a both end. So on one end, be grateful for what you have, because what you have, you prayed for, one.
Yeah.
Right? Two, there's somebody praying for you for
what you
got right now. But then also, don't get so complacent and comfortable in that space and have so much gratitude to the point where you're not trying to get to the next level. Because how I look at it is like, yo, God puts me in rooms and in places to show me like what's to come.
Exactly.
And what I can have.
Exactly.
Right? So no, I agree 1,000%.
One of my mentors told me, don't let good stop you from being great. And so it doesn't matter, oh, Candace, you've already made millions of dollars and your cars are paid for, and you got a 5-bedroom house, but that doesn't mean you can't have more.
That's a fact.
So there's
And as you're exposed to more, you now know what's possible. Like,
more.
Okay, like, all right, I have 5 bedrooms. Oh, this 10-bedroom look nice. I could family come over, all this. Like, this look cool. Like, you start to desire to have more because you saw something new, right? And Neo says this, but this came from originally from I believe it was Albert Einstein. He was just basically saying, like, once your mind is stretched, it never goes back to its original form. So, like, yes, I got the 5-bedroom, but I saw 10 bedrooms. So I can't unsee that.
Or I saw a 5-bedroom over there on a lake, and it was paid for in cash.
Yeah, and you can't unsee that. So now what you want and what you desire to have changes. But I agree. I think it's a both and. I think we got to be grateful, but also desire to have more, because God puts us in this earth to be able
multiply.
To have.
That's right.
Exactly. And I think for me, a big thing that helps me is knowing that when I do more, the people around me now gets exposed to more.
Exactly.
And so it's bigger than me.
Exactly.
Right? So like, for example, I went and spoke at the NAACP Image Awards. I just came from LA. And like, for me, it wasn't necessarily, like, I was happy in the moment. I'm like, wow, this is cool. But for me, I'm like, what does this mean for the people back home?
No, I wanted to go to that event.
What?
The NAACP.
You said you wanted to go? Oh, yeah.
Well, she was looking up her, she was like, look, I'm like, she popping. I'm like, she be everywhere. And I'm like, I'm 43. I ain't getting no invite. No. You know what I'm saying? So that means I'm not in those circles to get that invitation. You see what I'm saying? And then I come on your podcast and we go to your page. I'm like, girl, she popping. I'm like, I want to go. Because, we seen it all over social media. Yeah. And I already put on my list for my PR. I want to go to that event next year.
Nah, that's a fact. And I think going there exposed me to more. But a big thing for me was, like, when I see people, like, seeing it, it lets them know what's possible. Because, exactly. Like, I'm dead Aaliyah from the hood.
And
like,
you was sharp.
Like, I grew up. I appreciate
you. Was sharp.
I appreciate I grew up playing back. Like, I'm still with my friends. Like, so it's like, they see that, like, yo, that's Aaliyah. Aaliyah could do that. I could do that.
Yeah.
Right? You feel me? So it lets people know, like, this stuff is attainable. Because I feel like sometimes we look at the LeBron James, we look at these athletes, entertainers, but they just so far,
But see, I don't think, when I see them, I be like, man, that's a person, whatever their stories are. I be like, God bless them, man.
That's a fact.
So even though it seems like they so far, I tell people all the time, I don't even have to have all that. God just give me some of it.
No, that's but I think from a standpoint though, like in their village, it's like, yo, that was LeBron. Like I played with LeBron. Now we are these new people for our village.
Ooh,
you
that's
get
good.
what I'm saying? Right. So now it's like, yo, she's Kansas.
Yeah.
I remember going to school with her.
That's good.
I remember,
good.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think we each are going to be those people for our village. So how I look at things like, yo, I gotta grind, right? Because I'm doing this for a village of people. Like my little sister texts me like, yo, I'm really proud of you. Like Financial Revolution, and my sister's like 13, right? She's like, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of what Financial Revolution is doing. She was like, you know, it's really going far, and I watched you do this work. And she was like, and one day I'm gonna do that too. And that meant the most to me.
We inspired.
Right?
I'm inspired
because I'm like, forget the Financial Revolution, but the fact that she said, I'm gonna do that one day. It knocks all the fear out of you, because it's like, yo, if that person sitting next to me, if this person who live in my household is able to do it, oh yeah, I can do it too. Nah, that's a fact. But yeah, so I just wanted to definitely end on that positive. And just last thing to the question, because we are on a Young and Dumb show, right? So what would you say is like the dumbest thing that you did, and you're like, yo, like I learned from this, and not dumb from a negative standpoint, but dumb for the branding, you know.
I did a lot of dumb things. You know, going back to what you saying, you know, having like for me, I'm an impulse buyer. Like if I want to do one thing, I think for me, I'm so successful because I just do it. I don't gotta think long about it. Man, I'm doing it.
Either work or don't.
Yeah, so that causes me to lose a lot of money. So I've invested in so many like salon suites. Like I'm like, I don't need a spot location no more. But I go get a year lease again. I'll be like, we're growing. Let me get 2 rooms. It's just dumb. Like I lost so much money. It was so dumb. A Airbnb I bought in Dubai, I got scammed out of $35,000. Out of that. That was maybe 3 years ago. I still have it, but I can't make no money from it. I got scammed out of it. So that was $35,000 I lost. One of my Airbnbs in Atlanta lost $24,000 on it. Salons, which I probably lost maybe $75,000.
So what are you doing in this season to learn from that, right? Because I think we see things and we're like, okay, this is how can I?
And other dumb things I did, you know, when I started making millions of dollars, I thought even before I was making millions of dollars, like, I thought I owed it to everybody to take care of them, to do every single thing I could. If they asked me for it, I'm doing it no matter what. And so that was dumb of me, because when money get low, man, they can't help. You know, so that was very, like, when I make my millions this go around and stuff, I'm not doing it this time. Like, I don't care I can't give to everybody all the time.
That's a fact.
And so in this season, I'm saying no more. I'm saving way more. Like, man, my stock account, it was way bigger than it. But I just took a bunch of money out. I got to pay the IRS. So I just took a bunch of money out so I can pay the IRS. But I'm making sure I save more. So if I don't work for a month, man, I got bands over here. Like, I'm good. So now I'm just making sure I save a lot more. I'm getting my family on board, making sure we saving as a family and we invested as a family. So if something happened to me, I got 4 more people who can take care of the family. Like, I'm doing like the Asians. Like,
like they,
yeah, I'm doing like them. Like, hey, it's your turn. We got you. Okay, you on. It's your turn. We got, like, that's what I'm really doing for my family right now.
Nah, that's a fact. I'm the
only one making money. They can't do nothing for nobody.
And I was just about to speak to that. I was like, I feel like a lot of times in the Black community, it's just like one person who's the scapegoat, you know, and that one person who's like, yo, yeah, let's depend on Aaliyah, let's depend on Candace, right? I want to start this business, let me call this person, right? Instead of everybody kind of putting themselves in position where, like, there's a bank, because there's going to be times, like, I think people don't process that there's going to be times when that person who's lit is not going to be lit in that moment. And it may not be financially. It may be like, I'm not in the space mentally to give.
Exactly.
Right? I'm not in the space spiritually to give. Or maybe my money is put into this thing so that I can turn it into this. So during that season, we need to depend on somebody else. Right? So I think what I try to teach my peers and, like, what I'm doing myself is, like, I don't want to be the lit person in my group. We all need to be lit.
Exactly.
Like, when people text me congratulations, I'll be like, no.
What you doing?
Yeah, like, come on, like, what's up? Like, you sending me a DM congratulations is not making me, like, what's up? Like, what gives me satisfaction is knowing that, like, you in position now. You feel me? Because I don't got but a lot right now, but I already see.
Right.
I already see, like, once I'm really, really stagnant, I already see everybody asking
get you a mentor.
I do have some mentors. I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I have some. But I do always need more. You know what I'm saying?
When I say mentors, like, my mentees, I'm with them all the time.
So I have, like, you know, something that you said earlier was, like, people to call on. Like, any situation I'm in for the most part. Like, if I need help with podcasting,
you can call somebody.
I could call somebody. If I need, like, life stuff or relationship, I could call somebody. Or, like, even I look at, like, my father and my mom
they popping
as my mentors. Like, you know what
Daddy
I'm saying?
popping. Shout out. You know I love your mama, but I ain't know about this daddy, baby. Daddy got going on.
You know what I'm saying? And then even their network of people, right? How, like, I said, when I saw your thing, because you had, like, posted a note that you was coming to New York. So I just text my mom, because I had lost your number. I text my mom, like, oh, can you send me your number so get you on a podcast?
I still had your number in my phone.
You know what I'm saying? Huh?
I still had your number in my phone.
Nah, yeah, I did some stuff on my phone. But
She's like, can I give her your number? I'm like, of course.
Right? So from that, it's like tapping into their network as well. And something that you even mentioned earlier was like, yo, your parents are a large part of your success as well. And I agree 1,000%. I feel like my parents are a large part of my success. I feel like my parents were first generation entrepreneurs, right? Trying to figure things out. But they instilled so much into me. So now I just take it in. Like,
you got a blueprint.
1,000%. You feel me? So that's a fact. But I appreciate you for coming on the platform.
I loved it. I loved it.
Where can people find you? Where can people tap in with you?
Yes, everybody. I am 6 Figure Spa Chick on all platforms. Spell out the 6 and don't leave at the spa.
That's a fact. That's a fact. But I appreciate you for coming on. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, tap in. Y'all got some game today. Make sure you comment, share it. I know it's audio too. Tag somebody. Do something. All right? Let's get it, y'all. We out.